Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about why I just bought more Facebook stock. I know there's been a lot of people and pretty much everybody lately has been talking about, Facebook. It's seen so much volatility over the past couple of weeks, and we're going to be kind of talking about it and giving, my opinion about this whole situation. So looking at the chart, you can see Facebook has this great and beautiful upward trend, right? The stock has this tendency to just continue to make new highs. Now, the stock did hit about highs here at about $384, which is fantastic, and this is when everything was actually going very, very well for the company. And then it seemed to just start stair-stepping its way down, right? And you may notice that ever since it did release some earnings, it just seen so much volatility with it. And over the past couple of weeks, we've seen where the stock went from about $327 all the way to $206. Now, anytime a stock falls that much that quick, you always have to realize that, one, this could be something that is more of a short-term issue. Right now Facebook is having quite a bit of trouble, but we'll talk about it here in a second. But you can see this crazy sell-off, and anytime a stock sells off that much that quick, we always see tendencies to see a turnaround, right? I definitely think we're due for buying pressure to start entering Facebook, but so this is actually kind of what's going on with Facebook or Meta. You can see their revenue is up about 19%, given it that. So now this is kind of what's going on with Facebook. Right now their revenue is up at about $33.6 billion, which seems like a lot, of course, but that's a year-over-year return of about 19%, which for a stock that grows on average just above 30%, that's not the greatest, right? And then all these other reports are down. So the net income, diluted EPS, net profit margin, operating income, net change in cash, everything is down. And anytime you have something like that inside a business, of course you're going to have sell-off. Not to mention, over the past earnings, the company did come out and say that they've seen a decrease in daily users. For a company that brings in about 85% of their money in advertising, anytime you hear that news, that's never going to be the greatest. So that caused the stock to sell off more. On top of bad earnings, as you can see, it's seen quite a bit of some surprises on the earnings side. So for me, I have a couple ideas right now with Meta or Facebook. The very first one is it's very undervalued. For a stock that's sold off 40%, I definitely think we'll see a turnaround. It's just a matter of time. In just basic technical analysis, old resistance has tendencies to act as new support. So it hits it several times, right? It curled down. It did tap it here as some support. Given that we've had quite a bit of sell-off right now, this could bring an opportunity to start seeing buying pressure. The second thing, this is all short-term problems. Everything inside the company is actually doing pretty decent. Not to mention Facebook is heavily invested in the metaverse. So I definitely think that Facebook knows what they're doing. They probably have seen this coming for a while. And given they own Oculus, they own a whole bunch of companies that are invested in the metaverse. And I think that's going to be the next wave is the metaverse. So given that, I definitely think within the next couple of years, we will slowly start seeing a turnaround from Facebook. And obviously it could take, a year or maybe a year and a half before we see these highs again. But the thing is, even if we have that 40% return, that's 20%. Even if it takes 2 years, that's 20%, return each year, which is fantastic. So I definitely think right now this is a good opportunity. Pick up a couple of shares of Facebook, or do what I'm doing, dollar cost average it, so you don't have to worry about getting it overvalued or undervalued. Just be very consistent with your investment. So the beauty of it is if Facebook stock continues down, all you're doing is you're just averaging down your cost. And then once this thing recovers, you're going to be making a lot more money. The reason why is because your average cost is going to be so low when it was selling off that once it turn around, you're in the money now, guys. So that's kind of what's going on with Facebook, why I'm picking up a couple of shares. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And you may have noticed we're now using Moo for our chart analyzing. It's a lot easier. And if you guys want to sign up, I'll put a link to it down below where you guys can get some free money just for signing up with Moo. So we'll do a whole video on this here later, but for now, that's kind of the platform I'm sticking to. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. We will see you later. Take care.